Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Shadow Empires. This is the preview slash beta version, episode number 11/12. Alright, we've done it. We stunted the new rebellion pretty easily. We've narrowed them down to the total rebellion is just in 3 places. And this force is very close to being eliminated. We've got them pinned down by two groups of artillery. This group is in position to start doing the same to this unit, which has been there for a long time. And I think that as soon as we get some units into position, we can start putting on the pain there. So we will try to do that. No, we might want to do this. Who's here? We want artillery here, and +1, perfect. That's actually exactly what I want. So we'll start shifting these guys around. Unless... Actually, I think that we'll leave one of these guys in that unit, in that hex, eventually. Not yet, but so that we're a little bit closer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, 6 is fine. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we might need to move up by 1. We move up. I think it's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So technically, as soon as somebody moves here, they'll be out. But we can have... Yeah, no, okay, so somebody's going to have to... Our HQ will actually not be able to cover both sides at the same time, but it shouldn't be a big deal. Anyway, I'm splitting hairs here. If one person's at 75% or 80%, I think it drops by 25. So if they're at 75% organization for a turn, we can handle that. And these guys should not put up as much of a fight. If the recon here, which is actually quite good, 158, is accurate, and so I assume it is, or at least not too inaccurate. This is only 1,100 people, so let's call it 12 or even 1,400. That's just, you know, that's not going to stand up to full cores, which have, you know, tons of people. So, all right, let's end the turn. I immediately wonder, did I check my assets? And what's this? Did I not clear this border? Oh, this is actually part of the Picard commune, but it's been interrupted by some marauders of some kind. So I think they've been split in 2. I didn't decide to invade this turn, but I am planning to invade the next turn. Because I want to take these those hexes back to the northeast, or northwest, I should say. 3 decisions. Okay, guided RPGs. Got armored army. Awesome. All out attack. Well, that sounds pretty cool. Infantry attack plus 75%. No retreat allowed. No entrenchment. 50% die on retreat. Wow. So if they do retreat, they are losing a lot of people. That's probably a good one, not a bad thing for us to take against marauders, where we don't expect there to be any attacks against us. Send spy, recruit. It's just good stuff, I would say, just good stuff overall. Let's work through, let's look at the decisions first. Private assets, just accept that. Military Research Council objective. I do want the RPG because I don't think I can get... Didn't I? Okay, so by the way, thank you. I think it was Sam who showed me, who just pointed out that this is power banks. I have not actually done the research on it yet, but it's an option, and that's an option I should be pursuing immediately. What are we doing right now? We're doing RPG, it looks like, or, I mean, we have a choice right now to look at what we want to do. We're doing power plant, which is pretty useless. I might swap that over to be power banks. Yeah, we've discovered everything in machinery, actually. Water purification, we don't need. This is... Yeah. But deep core mining, metal? Allow gas to escape. Fuel. Okay, fuel, but that's not necessary. I think our fuel's doing okay just thanks to the ruins. Yeah, okay, so this is fine. I think we're doing okay. We have power banks, that's the most important thing, and we should be going for that. For now, let's focus on RPG. Got somebody, we can make him either a battle banner or we can make him part of the democracy. Democracy will hurt meritocracy. heart is going to hurt mine. So the question is, what do we want more? If this gets to 50, it's not good. But having engaged politicians plus 40% political bonus, I don't know what political bonus means in this game. Quality of life bonus would be nice. That our people would be really happy about that. But I think we were pushing so strongly for a meritocracy that, anyway. Universal truth would be, yeah, so we just need to make sure we don't go down to 50. And we'll be okay. We can probably suffer a small loss of mind. Although the democracy gain is less. I think we'll do this.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
I also am kind of curious what a battle banner is. So those two will interplay. We'll lose the 70. I'm sure we'll lose the 70 limit. But we have plenty of spies available. We still have more things we can do. How's Pacifica looking? Yeah, so this is perfect. We played that other card and it went exactly according to plan. We can get up to 72 right now. We're at 67. We're gaining because the danger is going away. Our net positive was 5, which is huge. Yeah, I think that things are going very well, that we played our cards pretty well. And now we can just, with 16 fate points banked, we can just really charge forward, which is what I plan to do. So let's start doing these attacks. Attack. That's a pretty good attack. I don't even have my sound on, sorry. Oh, is this the battle banner? What does this guy do? Inspires pride and courage in the troops. Embedded 30% chance for embedded troops to ignore a retreat combat result. Oh, okay. That may not be as interesting. Medical teams. If a troop suffer a kill combat result, the medical team has a 50% chance to transform it to a retreat result. Okay, cool. It should not be doing that for the enemy, though. Why is it up here? Huh. I don't know. Maybe it goes to certain people, but not others? I don't know. Text-wise, yeah, this was still good. Actually, we did kill... I didn't notice. Nope, not... Yeah, we did kill one. That's good. And caused 900 others to retreat. That's really good. So that means that... Yeah, wait, can we actually negotiate with these? No, we cannot. If they have, as they claim, like 2,000 people, we did force half of them to retreat there, which is a pretty good start. I think now is the time for us to move this unit here, at least. And I think we want to move this other unit here. Hopefully we have them on the ropes enough. We don't want to attack this turn, but hopefully we have them on the ropes enough. What we'll do is we'll actually use this unit in the attack, and we'll only bombard next turn with our artillery, which is probably doing most of the work anyway. And then we'll attack from 3 hexes, eliminate this unit. Actually, if we... Unless... Yeah, we do need to do this. I do need to do that just because otherwise, yeah, he can just retreat. It's much better to just completely cut them off. I would think though that, you know, getting them cornered would make them fight to the last man, like not a good thing, but it doesn't seem to happen that way. All right, we're gonna start shifting forces here. If they could move one more, I would even put them one more. So you are going to shift here. You're going to stay by yourself, actually. Am I crazy? Do we not have... Where's the other artillery? Okay, one artillery is here. I am going crazy. Where the heck is my other artillery? It is here. It's not. Okay, this is it. Okay, sorry. Yeah, they're there. I thought I was clicking on it. I didn't notice I was probably blocking the NATO icon. By the way, I'm almost at the point where I want to switch the NATO icons. The benefit of the units, the like sprites or whatever, is that you got to see who's the laser, who's the jetpack guy. It's nice to know who those are. But I guess if they have the Galactic Republic as their NATO icon, they do. Yeah. So I think this is actually, if you don't mind, I think I prefer this. I may not though. I don't know. It takes a moment to get used to. So in some sense, I do like the normal ones better because you still have the counter in there. Okay, well, let's not worry about it too much. Let's do the attack. That's a good start. Very good start. Ugh, this is looking good.
Yes, sir.
Alright, how did we do? Killed 200, forced 900 others to retreat, got their readiness down to 12. That is pretty darn good. So they have 900, that's actually all of them. We have just forced all of them to retreat, supposedly. Well, that's a very good sign. It's a very good sign. We want to keep moving units, shifting them. So shift this guy. I think we're gonna not attack with this mechanized unit, although we could. I think this one's actually just going to be responsible for bombardment. Since we do have enough troops, we do not need these units to attack. So I think what's going to happen is next turn, one unit will move in here just to cut them off so they have no retreat. And then we'll do the attack with whatever combination of troops makes sense. Look at that. This AI, that's pretty clever. They caught me. Or did they? So did we have access to this as a road? We did. So another 320. Okay, obviously I'd rather move. Okay, low mountains, grassy, low. Okay, this is fine. We can move here. It's the same thing moving there or there. So we can move down here just because it allows us to keep pushing the road. So ultimately, this will probably end up being the road that connects to Omicron. It'll probably go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in that sense, I would rather just go like this and connect here. And probably ultimately there'll be another railroad. Okay, so let's leave it here. We don't need to push the road further. Put our units back. So we're fine exactly like this. Get our movement options back open. Yeah, so I know that we're fine even moving into the mountains. This is just such an interesting dynamic. How do you play this? And I think we have some people. Yeah, let's just get this guy to go over here, take that, get back. So I finally get rid of that one little red spot in my land. This is Picard communes. We actually need the raiders who are pushing the borders against the Picard commune pretty strongly here. If they can just take all this territory, I can actually fill the void. So that would be actually wonderful. That would be great. We've done our 2 attacks. We've set up our positions where we want them set up. I know that I want to push against this. I think I'm still going to wait one more turn for that. Let's look at our assets. Let me just take a cut. Well, we're just about to complete 2 assets. We're just about to complete the VidCom station and the barracks level 1. Which is, I mean, those are both really good things. Our people are going to be a lot happier. In fact, they already are doing pretty well. So the fact that we're gaining population and still donating 1,000, so we're picking up 1,000 recruits and still gaining 700 population, that's a really good sign. I do think we can construct some more stuff since the other stuff, the 2 things I mentioned, VidCom barracks, are about to finish. I don't think Industry 3 is quite necessary. In fact, we're looking really good. It does take quite a lot of metal. We'll go to trade and I'll see something there. Now, we eventually do want to do something like this, where we take 50 rare metals and we turn it into 10 machines. This is 5-to-1 ratio, which is much better than the ratio you have to take from the machines, which is 20 to 1, I mean from the assembly, or usually the cost if you just wanted to buy it, if you wanted to buy rare metals, it's at 10 and this one's at 120, so this is 12 to 1 if you wanted to buy it and then make it. I mean buy it and then make it. So ultimately we just need a way of getting rare metal so we are not burdened by this. I'm going to take some time to sell some metal here because it is so expensive that we're getting a just insane amount of money for it. I don't see any reason not to just stockpile some money. We're actually able to get this price increased by 400, which is a huge amount. I also want to sell food because we're actually looking really good on food, and we have food storage at something, but with 0.2, I think I'm going to sell a full 1,000 here. There we go. So we'll get 200 credits for that. It may be bumped up. No. Well, if you speak about it, it doesn't happen. Of course, I should have known that. High-tech parts are actually costing 300 right now to sell, which is insane. I'm pretty sure we bought some of the high-tech parts for lower. However, without an income, usually these, if these recycling centers are level 2, they do have an opportunity to extract. I don't know if it has to be level 2. I've seen it mostly from my level 2 ones, but maybe that's just coincidence. Yeah. So level 2 or whatever, recycling centers do have some possibility of extracting both machinery and high-tech parts, although that's not happening for us right now. So again, the main goal is we want to get back over to our black market for money. We want to get back over to this hot bass for population happiness. So we just need to make sure that once we deal with this, these guys all swing over, deal with the next rebels. And I still think we're doing pretty good. So I don't think there's anything more to do this turn. We can probably end the turn. As I start building them, I don't think I started construction yet. No. So yeah, we have university, which I would like to do. So we will. And I don't know if I need a hospital quite yet, because power's not a concern. Actually, I don't think any of these things are a concern. Heavy industry biofuel refinery takes 200 food, which we now have a nice abundance of. So we could do that if we ended up needing more fuel. We could upgrade our water reservoir, which is pretty good. I mean, we don't need to. We already have 5,000 stored. I don't think we need much more than that. Are any of these necessary right now? No, I don't think we're hitting our limit on any of them. We could build a rail station. This will take 20 fuel, which we're not that positive on. We will eventually want a rail station. As soon as we connect another city, we will already want to have one there. So what I plan to do is just wait still yet another turn at least before we do that, because we don't need it quite yet. So government, industry, energy. It's not yet time to build the next solar panel, just because it costs more workers and we are still at 623 lost to not being used. So yeah, you can see that our solar panels producing 880, and it's not even using. We're not even using half of that yet. So we'll wait. By the way, this mine up here, this what is it called? Recycling center is not actually doing any work right now. It's damaged, and I don't know how to fix it. I think it fixes itself slowly. We'll find out. I should have shown that, because I guess at some point this rebel did attack this area. So although they didn't conquer it, they, probably this is even worse. Hopefully enough logistical points will get out up over there so that we can. Are they retaking land? I think they are. Maybe not. Okay, they're retreating. I didn't fully see that turn. Okay, we completed RPG, that's good. We have model completed on blocker, which is actually really good timing because we can now do the RPG, I assume. Okay, we have armored corps, armored brigade, armored army. We should probably start looking at these. It's going to be fun to even just look at them, right? So let's go to reports. Formation types. Yes, excellent. Okay, so for cores, I mean, any one of these can be not cores as well. They can be... There we go. So that's all the independents. Remember, we were thinking about doing the independent mechanized artillery at some point. We can now do independent medium and light tanks. All these different things. But yeah, so we've unlocked the light armor core and the armored core in addition to our other stuff. That's pretty nifty. I guess to get a better feel for what that is, I myself want to know. Yeah, so it's just pure tanks or pure armor. We probably want... Okay, one thing to note, if you have infantry in here, unless they have trucks with them, motorized, they are not going to be a mechanized force. So these are pure armor. It's a little bit interesting, right? This will take 9,000 troops, 5,000. Okay, we might want one of these. We want our light tank or our armored tank? This is a question that can only be answered by comparing models. So let's grab either one. This is our light tank. This is our medium tank. Let's go to details. And let's look at our dragon. Okay. Bizarre. Oh, right! The dragon has the high velocity gun. This is so cool. You can see the difference. It's built in, right? So our light tank, which is meant to kill infantry, has 318 soft attack. Perfect. It's really nice. It's worse on the defense, so tanks are supposed to attack. It doesn't have that good of hard attack. At least it's 3 times weaker than the medium tank against hard targets. It has less hit points, which is not good, but what does this have? 50 millimeters of steel plating? That's actually quite good. It is an underpowered engine, so we'll see how that affects it. Yeah, I'm leaning strongly towards doing this light tank. So I don't know. I wish it would say the modification to operational stats. It should tell me here at some point. What is the engine power? 300. Armor strength is 530. Somewhere here it's going to say our movement modifier. Weight is 400 on a 300 power tank. Oh my gosh, that's not good. Recon points. Ah! Advanced sensors plus recon points. It's working now. So apparently that only works in your tanks, which, that makes sense to me. So if I go to my grunts 2, we go to details on this guy. Operational model. No? Advanced sensors plus recon points. Does not give them any extra, so that's fine. Does it give our... What does it give? Does it give our... These guys any extra points? No, they're also at 1. Probably you need more than 1 point to be able to have... So like these guys should be beyond 10. I think they were originally 10. No, they were probably at 5 and now they're up to 7. I don't know. I'm not sure. But hey, the fact that these light tanks are going to have 4 recon points is actually really good. That means that they can do their own scouting. I am like almost convinced that our next formation is going to be a light armored brigade. 1430, 1500. So we will need, we have enough to do it right now. In fact, our industrial points is just blossoming. We'll need those points for building railways, but yeah, I'm almost convinced myself we should just do this right now. I think I'll wait one more turn or a couple more turns, but we have some attacks coming up. I, of course, do want a lot of artillery as well. So anyways, they did not do anything here. Let's start with the usual. Is this going to be our turn that we attack? How... They're at 76. I don't think so. I don't know if it's quite yet time. We probably are in the situation where we will do it up here. Let's have this guy move in. His attack is pretty useless anyway. Yeah, we can have both of the ranged units attack here because we have plenty of people to attack with. Let's weaken these guys up. Got another kill. And after round 6, they were all gone. We actually pulled another group in. Okay, so 1 kill. And they're down to 6 readiness. I think that 1100 is actually what they're at. So this is probably a realistic readiness account. Yeah, it says 10, so probably missed 1 unit. Yeah, they have a few extras. I'm going to give the order to charge. So let's start doing it. Get you and you. 17 to 1 already. 20 to 1 versus 18. Okay, this unit is actually better from experience. Get this guy, which is 20 to 1. I'm trying not to attack with the cores just because they're so big. And this. Okay, now what happens? Yeah, this drops our odds. Guy doesn't seem to have any effect. he might die in the attack, which actually I'm fine with. We'll bring him in just to be one. If it doesn't lower my odds, it's one other person the enemy can aim at. I'd rather them aim at the militia rather than my cores. So we'll do this attack. 19 to 1. It should be a win. No defeats, no kills. That's what I like to see. 0 dead, 300 retreat. Good. All right. And what's even better is a couple of our units are actually going to be able to start moving west since they were not involved in the attack. So there's the 2 units. We'll move this guy in because he's a little bit far away from the, what's it called, the supply line. Won't move this guy or that guy in. We'll probably move that one in. These guys didn't attack. And that one. Actually, he may not move in. We're going to move this core west. The militia are going to be the ones who will start lining up over here, I think. Or do we want our core to? Actually, frankly, the cores are going to be better against the... I mean, we're going to need infantry to take these cities. This is where I would like to use the light armor. In fact, I think it is actually a good idea for us to put our armor here. And, you know, this is like Blitzkrieg. We can make it all the way. I think in one turn, we'll probably be able to push pretty far. Or maybe we should Blitzkrieg it over here so we can actually recapture all this territory. Again, we still have a rebel here. I don't want to forget about that. Okay, so we're not going to do the attack here this turn. I don't think. We'll. What are you at? 1600 strength. We have 105 recon. I'm going to move this guy back 1. So his supply line's a little bit less stretched. And let's do this attack. I mean, sorry, let's do this bombardment. Try to get a few more kills. Well, I got a kill right off the bat. Got another kill? No.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
What happened? That was not that effective. I'm surprised that we didn't have these units brought in. We have pretty good recon, over 100 on the hex, but I guess it's not enough that we can see all these units. They're down to 1200. Okay, they're at 1200, so next turn we certainly are going to do the attack with these 3. That'll be that. Yeah, and that will be that. Okay, so good shape. Let's do our decisions. Enforcement profile, no. I wonder what happens if I just don't take this decision. Who are you? Armed front. I don't want this guy to be unhappy, but honestly, there's no way my enforcement's going to get that high.
Copy that.
3... Mine. That's okay. -9 with them. I think that's okay. Military research. Gas-powered small arms. Yeah, that seems like a really good, really good choice. Side skirts could be interesting. Quad machine gun could be nice. Cluster bomb. That sounds pretty cool. Personal armor. We optimize the protection of our suits and personal armor will give. So this is essentially some upgrade to the combat, basically to our defense, our hit points, to our combat suits. I was going to say our combat armor. We have 8 points in that already. I'm most interested in getting better weapons, though. Yeah, let's do this. We'll eventually upgrade those things. Anti-tank gun still has no design, so let's do that next. I don't know. That seems a little absurd, if I'm honest. 800, so it's a 50% increase in firepower from this to this. It's 20% increase of ammo, which is crazy. Not quite double the weight, but almost. And a very small incremental change in metal and okay, so I think we do want to change. I think we do want to take the biggest gun. It doesn't. I don't completely understand the reasons why. I'm gonna go with the 240. These will be very powerful anti-tank guns. But considering, yeah, we might as well. These will be up against tanks. So this is such an 3 metal, 4 IP is so insignificant compared to like 60 and 70 from the previous. So I think it's fine just to do combat armor.
Copy that.
And what I was trying to say is, I believe that we've actually already unlocked... Oops, tech. Yeah, the micro nuke RPG. So I highly doubt we're going to need ATG guns. AT guns. ATG. Anti-tank guns. Anti-tank guns. Don't think we're going to need that since we're going to have infantry, which should be capable of doing it. But you never know. I guess it depends on the orders of battle that we get. It'd be nice to get a balanced order of battle, where you have infantry which has machine guns and bazookas, kind of like the old Advanced Tactics Gold starting group, which gave you mortars, some kind of anti-tank. What didn't it? Mortars, machine guns, and some kind of AT soldier. I think. I may not be remembering correctly, but all right. We've stopped this assault, at least the push. Is it time to invade? Okay, well let's have some fun. Let's build this light armor brigade. Yeah, let's do it. So 100%, 100%, 100%. It's gonna take. We'll have to produce some more ammunition, but that's okay. Should have the means of doing that. 270 Crusader tanks, and I like the fact that it's Crusader tanks because that's a real tank name. We're the British. Let's not trade, but let's workshop some extra ammunition. We only have 24 metal remaining. Let's buy all of it. And money? It's funny because didn't we just sell metal last turn? Metal's so cheap. I think we're going to buy it back, even though this is slightly more expensive. Just got 150 for now.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
So that we have something, and then I suppose we can get more ammunition. What did we get up to? We're at 1,000. Let's get another 1,000.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
And it really means we're going to have to crank up production on our metal mine. So is the damage here gone now? How do you repair this? It was at 450 last turn. It's at 400 this turn. Okay, good. So it's going to repair itself at 50 a turn. The weird thing is that means it's actually better to give up a... Actually, this makes sense, too, in some weird way. It's better to give up a hex that you don't want destroyed. Let the enemy take it, because they take it for, like, 0 damage. If they attack it, they are going to inflict, like, 9 turns of damage on it. Whereas if you just give it up, if you let them have it, and they don't destroy it or whatever, I suppose that they could destroy it, but it doesn't seem like they do that. But these are also different assets. They're not my assets. Those are, like, perks. Okay, anyway. So it's still kind of an interesting trade-off. Let me just do a double check and see if there's anything else we want to do. Did we already start these? Construction finished on that. We have 3 turns left on the university. We're again getting that... It's really unfortunate we have that 1% penalty because it does delay things by a full turn. Is there anything else we want to do, though? We could get barracks, too. That might not be a bad idea. Training bonus sounds like very nice. I think it's okay to do that. Let's do it. And... anything else? The more production we can do within 3 hexes, remember, it's good because then we can hopefully get this administrative strain to go away. Just one thing I thought I'd show here. I went over to the models and I decided to actually give something to everything that I'm using. I'm not using the buggies. I'm not using the bikes. I could get more buggies and they'd have really good recon right now, but I have those light tanks, which I'm going to kind of try to use in that role. I'm really excited to get APCs. I don't know, did we already pick up? Let me just see if I picked up a formation with those. Did I get an APC? Motorcycles, buggies, so these would be good for recon, as their name implies. Recon battalion. No APCs, not yet. I'm excited to get those, though. I want to see how they are. I don't know if I don't think I built one in any of my games so far, so. But that's that for this turn, so we'll just end the turn. I did look at two things I want to do before we end today, because we do have a lot of industrial points left over, and I feel like it's an opportunity to just get a few of these roads worked out before we, return to situations where we're in dire need of industrial points. So we can just kind of fan things out. Let's see, this is 70, 72, so 72, 72, 72, slightly more than 72, and yeah, it's 90, it turns out. Yeah, that's 90. It's 90 and 90, but I think I'll take that all the way over there. There's no disadvantage to having paved roads over roads. There's no maintenance cost associated. So I'm just trying to build things up. Oh, never mind, that's the last we can do. I was going to say we can also start laying railroads, but I actually probably didn't mean to go that far with it. I might have taken that a little bit too far, but it's going to help our movement a lot, especially for these ground units, the truck units, mobile units, the tanks that we just finished. Honestly, what I probably should have done is started building this as a paved road, but you know what? I actually don't think it's going to be necessary. There's not a sheet that brings up their movement cost anymore. We can just look at it this way, I guess. So for road, these are tracked, they'll move, you know what? Plains Rocky, they'd be moving at tracked will be 10 anyway. The one thing I forgot to check, and I guess it's worth checking, is move mod minus 30%. Okay, so their underpowered engine is going to cause minus 30%. Which means these guys won't be able to move quite as fast as we were hoping. Minus 30% means that 10 will become 13, which means we'll only be able to go 7 hexes instead of 10, which, hey, there it is, minus 30%, that's what you wanted, right? Yeah, that's hopefully not going to, yeah, it's going to be a bit of a problem. Hopefully we'll get better engines soon, or, I also looked at this technology screen and noticed, I mentioned the models already, but the technology, so a lot of these applied engineerings, which are going to be applied science stuff, it looks like it's a continuous improvement. So armored piercing optimization, keep in mind the third line here, basically third line. Keep in mind this is a linear research field and affects gradual. Arriving at level 100 will be extremely difficult. So what I suspect that means is that every percentage of progress in this is actually a bonus. It's not that you wait till 100% and then you get some tech or you get some binary jump when you finish the tech. I think it's like you're slowly improving armor piercing quality, and that means you'll slowly have improvements. I don't know how that'll translate, if it means it's just applied to our ammunition, our shells, in which case it applies to existing designs, or if it's something you have to redesign do we have to redesign our light armor? Our current light armor design has to be redone in order to take advantage of this. All those are still questions I haven't figured out, and I'm sorry. Hopefully we together, I guess, will get to the bottom of this. Otherwise, I'm going to end the turn, and we'll just there's nothing more to do on this turn as far as I can remember. Construct. I think we're already constructing pretty much everything we want. Yeah, I think we're okay. We could do VidCom and Hospital. Hospital's nice because it does health, which I always prefer over entertainment, but I think we're okay, so we'll end the turn. And then I'll just, as soon as this, finishes, we'll see what's on our plate for next turn and for next episode. Probably some attacks. As I've been mentioning this, it's like I'm dangling this as bait, but this unit will be destroyed this next turn, and with that, and with the armor that we now have, I can't see any reason why we wouldn't be pushing in. Now, unfortunately, having the armor by itself means it's more vulnerable to being destroyed, but we can replace it too. We can just get... I forgot to get... we did take some casualties somewhere, and I don't know if I got those replacements. No, wait, was that 2 turns ago? I don't remember. Alright, anyway, we'll start this turn. Getting our research bonus, one more turn before it'll diminish. We got our gun. We discovered heavy tank. Okay, light armor assault. This would have been interesting. Let's see what that is. We might want to change our current one. Attract free folk, entrench, recruit junior. And one of these decisions, I know at least probably a couple of them are going to be to get units, appoint commander. Yeah, good. So I might dismiss both of these, or we can just recruit a new leader and see how it works, but let's call this one to a close here. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you back for the next one. Until then, take care.